arrived at our channel. We appreciate you taking the time to view the video and horror films that we have created. You can find the videos we have created in playlists by looking in the appropriate areas of the video's descriptions. The historic train station at the foot of Byron Street in Whitby, Ontario, called Whitby Junction. After the central Whitby station between this station and Manilla Junction closed, Canadian National renamed the station Whitby. After the Grand Trunk Railway Station closed in 1969, the structure became an art gallery at the northeast intersection of Victoria and Henry Streets, and then relocated across the street to Whitby Iroquois Park in 2004. The station connected to the Port Whitby and Port Perry Railway to the east. Port Whitby and Port Perry joined the Midland Railway of Canada on March 10, 1882, then the Grand Trunk in 1884, but the consolidation wasn't allowed until 1893. The Grand Trunk extended a rail from the station to the junction, enabling trains to proceed from Whitby Junction to Lindsay and beyond. The station had its name painted on the roof along the rails, and a hanging sign on the eaves beneath the roof, installed before 1920. The painted name on the roof was later removed in the 1950s. The station closed and was demolished in the 1960s. The 1967 founded Community Art Gallery acquired the abandoned railway station in 1969 and transferred it to Henry and Victoria Streets in 1970. Since then, the station gallery has been a community art gallery. Philip Goldsmith of Goldsmith, Borgall and Company designed the 2005 Henry Street extension. Reopened in 2006. The structure is protected by Part 4 of the Ontario Heritage Act since 2006. The designated bylaw covers the 1903 station facade and the 1929 boxcar, originally from the London and Port Stanley Railway, outside the structure. The Grand Trunk Building Department constructed the station in railway style, which included a large overhanging canopy that protected people on platforms and entranceways. This modest, turreted structure's interior operations are visible from the outside, reflecting an embrace of high Victorian design's logical and picturesque system. This station replaced a destroyed one on the Grand Trunk's Toronto-Montreal line's north side, finally terminated in 1969. The station was obsolete at this time due to cheap petroleum, a better highway network, road transport flexibility, and customer preference for the vehicle. At the station, on December 11, 1914, 21-year-old telegraph operator Billy Stone was shot and died. Over 100 years later, his murder remains unsolved. A single shot rang out at the station at 12:37 a.m. on December 11th, when Stone was on the night shift. Stone called the local Bell telephone switchboard to report being shot. He was unable to identify the gunman and died from the gunshot that penetrated his heart when rescue came. No cash or items were stolen from the crime site. Despite Stone's clean hands, a bloody handprint was detected. All leads came up empty during a January 1915 inquest. The inquiry investigated Billy's father, William Stone Sr., who felt he was the main suspect and committed suicide by laying on the tracks and being ran over by a train. Some say the spirit of the deceased telegraph operator haunts the ancient station and passes through walls. The victim had no powder on his clothing, suggesting he was shot from a distance, perhaps from the station waiting area, according to police. Only a single bulb above the operator's desk illuminated the station at midnight, which Stone generally turned off. At 12:05, a local asylum accountant passed the dispatcher's office and saw him last. 3 main theories for Stone Jr.'s murder are that his father murdered him for money, an affair, or a gambling debt.